Hi, my name is Cody Casey, and tonight I'm going to be talking about the Module 4 of Media Technology. And one of the reasons it is important to have that foundational knowledge on media technology, resolution, and compression is because those are very commonly used things in a classroom, and you're going to use them in your future classroom. And, you can use them to make video tutorials on how to show kids how to use, different applications on the technology devices, and they can follow along and watch. And I think it's nice to know how to use the resolution and compression, because it keeps those files, the same size, or you can resize them, but they still keep the same quality. And you're going to have to use that when you're transporting files onto your computer that you're going to share with your classroom in the future. And one of the things I remember from the use of media technology was in my chemistry class at Hutchinson Community College. Our teacher always um, video recorded what she was doing with the lecture. So if she was writing down notes about chemistry, she'd be recording her voice and what she was writing about. And so you could go back and look at that and study it. Or if people miss class, and they go and they could click on the link and watch the videos. And that I think that was one of the most effective things. And if I were to take that to a classroom, that's what I would want to use, is something like that. So then kids could go back and study, the lecture notes if they're not there, or just to get a relook at what we were learning. So personally, working with Prezi for me was I had a tough experience with it because I was really struggling to get my computer to load the whole time, because it's internet based instead of with let's say PowerPoint you can use offline through Microsoft Office. And I've never worked with Prezi, so I just didn't know how it really worked with making the pass and you know editing things on Prezi on the different paths you have. I think it's a cool application. It's a cool presentation tool, as has with the transitions and the way the paths work and how you can organize your information on there. But comparatively to PowerPoint, I think I'm a bigger fan of PowerPoint because it's just overall easier to work with, and there's just I like the applications that go along with PowerPoint overall. So with Screencast-O-Matic, I had a pretty good overall experience using it. One of the challenges was getting the file posted or saved. I had a little bit of struggle with that, but overall, once I got going with it, it was pretty self-explanatory on how to record the video and how to do, get it to follow along with the screen as you go along. And I see that with many of my technology classes I've been in. The teachers have used Screencast to show like how to click or how to go and do something on an application like PowerPoint. How to do certain things on PowerPoint. You follow along and then you go and do it. And in a future classroom, that will be Screencast-O-Matic will be a very helpful tip, because or helpful application, because then, like you talked about earlier about making tutorial or videos for students to follow along, you can, like I did on my project of Screencast-O-Matic, about um, inserting a image file onto Word document, and then making a title and then describing that picture below it. And you can do that with a lot of applications with uh, of course PowerPoint and things like that. And there's just so many different tutorials you can go along and use with the screencast. And you can even use the webcam part of it too, or both screencasts, or like cast the screen and your webcam at the same time. But I think it's very useful for maybe talking about a lecture, talking about certain technology things, so that the kids can follow along and look at it as they go. So that's what I'm going to do with my future classroom, and thank you for listening.